Hey guys, KingBar06 here, and we are back with another drawing video. This is an OC of mine named Hotoni Kettei. This is the first of 3 designs that I will be showing off in the future. This is the first one I created traditionally, meaning I drew this on paper. And actually, before I actually go into the process of this specifically, I'll just generally talk about the process that I use when I actually do digital art. So before I actually do anything digitally on my phone, I make the drawing in my sketchbook. After I make the drawing in my sketchbook with a pencil, I try to edit anything that I find wrong, and then I go ahead and ink it. Usually I mess up with the inking. Sometimes it's just not consistent, which is why my advice for those of you guys who like to ink, just go slowly, so that way you can be as precise as possible. Then if I actually do make any mistakes, then what I do is I take a picture of my drawing and then I trace it on my phone with Ibis Paint, as you guys can see. In the last video I did use Metabang, but I decided to just solely use Ibis Paint for this video. So that's what I do. So after I trace it in Ibis Paint, trace the original image, then what I do is I go in and I just edit anything I see that I can just do on my phone really quickly, because I can't like draw as well as I can on paper because I'm just used to drawing on paper. So I just do edits. After I finish the edits, then what I do is actually start coloring in, which for me, if you do the line art well enough, getting down the base colors is pretty simple. All you really need to do is just use the bucket tool, and then I make separate layers for each specific section. After I fill in the base colors, then I do the shading, which I learned from Simsies, which I talked about in my last video. That one thing you can do with shading for the skin, I use like a dark red, then I set the layer to multiply, then I put on 50% opacity. Then for the rest of the layers I use a dark blue, and then do the same thing, multiply 50% opacity, and you guys will see the results of that. And yeah, like I said before, I have 2 other designs for Hotoni Kettei. I also have a female gym type character that I'm going to be showing off as well. And I also plan on, once I finalize my Hotoni Kettei design or my other OC, I will be making a art style challenge where I'll try to draw them in different styles. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. And yeah, so, and also there is a bonus drawing at the end here, because one of my friends asked me to make him a Vegeta drawing for one of his what if videos. So I made a Vegeta with his specifications. So he wanted the black armor. He wanted Vegeta to have purple hair because he wanted him to be like a god of destruction Vegeta, and he didn't want any aura or anything, so I just drew the character. And then he wanted the symbol, the Topo head from Dragon Ball Super, for any of you guys who have seen that, so I put that on. With that in mind, so I already talked about my process this time around. I didn't do any deep level shading, but if you wanted deep level shading, yeah, basically just what I would do is make another multiplied layer, do a darker red than I did for the original shading, and then set that to multiply 50% opacity. That's what I would do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Maybe you guys will learn something from my commentary. In terms of the shading, I learned from Simsies. Like I said, I talked about him in my last video. But yeah, I think there's really not much left I have to say. Oh yeah, actually, after I finish my finalize my Hotoni Kettei design, I'll probably make a video where I make the stick version of him in stick nodes, or like I'll design him in Ibis Paint, and then I'll make the final thing in stick nodes, similar to Elfman, who is a stick nodes animator. I might link him in the description if you guys want to check him out. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to check me out on Twitter so you are updated on anything I'm doing. Please check out the Discord server. And with that all in mind, I will see you guys in the next video.